Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week here at the Right Time ARCA series at New Hampshire. Coming off of a very fantastic Bristol All Star race, we had Omar Rodriguez Jr. for your recap, was the winner of that All Star race. Now, looking to possibly go back to back for a points race that matters once and for all, solidifying his second win this season. As always, my name is Tyler Jones, and I am here with my buddy Josh Franks, Mr. Expert in the booth. Expert, how you feeling about this race tonight?
It's New Hampshire. We get a little bit of short track racing, and hopefully nobody hits the pace car. But I can go ahead and tell you I am very excited. Of course, it is the Right Time Arca series here, and it's always going to have a little bit of action, maybe a little bit of beef, but it's not Arby's, I promise you, and that is not a paid promotion. But I am once again excited to be sharing the booth with you, my friends. So excited that I ordered a new air
Oh
horn.
God. Oh my
I
God. About time you refilled it. We ain't heard it in a few weeks. Glad
know,
you were able to
right?
go to Party City and get a new one. So let's fill you in on the race here right now. Qualifying underway. Let's see if we can get that race analysis in the bottom right hand side of your screen showing. That'll show you what we're looking for. Nope. That's only going to show you qualifying for right now. So, as of right now, qualifying length is going to be 2 laps. We are currently following Brianna Laurent around the track right now, as I do not seem to be getting any audio from the track itself right now, which is a little weird. We're going to have to fix that momentarily. We'll keep some music rolling in the background so you guys have something to listen to. But as of right now, Brianna Laurent on the track, starting her qualifying time. Go ahead and throw the full size tower up on your screen with the best time set so far. Donnie Honeycutt as well, finishing his qualifying time. Peyton Bass on the track right now. 22 of Honeycutt seems to be your pole sitter here for the night if he cannot get beat. David Callahan on the track as well, finishing his race. Hello, Bacon in the chat. Yes, you did miss ARL's ARCA race on Tuesday. You didn't miss much, buddy. Replay is on the channel if you wanted to watch that. It was a wreck
Hey,
fest.
it was not a wreck fest.
We had at least 6 cautions. Tyler Honeycutt as well on the track right now. Father son duo from Ghost Motorsports. Honeycutt seeming to be sitting in a fifth place qualifying time right now. Your all star winner, currently parked on the track, the 92 of Rodriguez Jr., seems to be rounding out your top five. As now, Tyler Honeycutt is now sitting behind his dad in P2. Joshua Thornton also on the track in the 25, getting his qualifying times done right now. Seems to be sitting in about 13th position. Whole grid not showing. Laurent in 17th, rounding out the bottom of your field. 17 drivers here tonight. A lot on the line. We are very, very close to the end of our season. But before we talk about the end of the season here, the House of Harm 158.7 is our sponsor of tonight's race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 150 laps of this race will be done here tonight before we crown a possible new winner or another concurrent win to add to another spectacular season for a driver. Only 50% fuel is going to be in these tanks. 5 sets of tires sit in their pit stalls with only one fast repair. 9:05, of course, our green flag as we are hitting that mark now. So we are moments away from a grid here. As of right now, it is the first points race in a few weeks for right time. So it is going to hopefully be a good turnout here. 18 drivers, 19 so far in session. It's going to be a multi-groove track. It's going to be fast, wide turns, and an easy pit road. So it's going to be a very good race here in the heat of the season, even though it's cold outside today. Points are very tight across the board. Let me see if I can get our points standing up. Don't have a graphic to show. But looking right now, Donnie and Tyler Honeycutt both sitting first and second place. 228 for Tyler, 208 for Father. Donnie Honeycutt sitting in third. David Callahan with a 162. Jeffrey Bourne in fourth with 158. Mark Morton sitting in sitting in fourth, tied with Jeffrey at 158 as well. There's a two-way tie for fifth and sixth place. Matt Banky at 153 first. Omar now at 153 as well. Matt Warall in eighth at 143 points. Ninth is 130. And then 10th is Gary Miller at 129. So our top 10, very close on points. And before we grid, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. AKA Tyler needs to figure out why we don't have any comms. We will be right back in a quick minute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to ARN Live with the Right Time Market Series. Right now, you're seeing the three-wide tribute that the league is putting together for Michael and Nat at this time. We're going to join the entire league, and they're going to make it even four-wide, it seems. A four-wide salute for Michael and Nat. So for those who knew him, were fans of him, this is for you and this is for his family. Our condolences go out to all of his friends and family. And we're going to take a moment of silence now as these guys take their tribute. And thank you for that, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back live to ARN, the Asphalt Racing Network, for the Right Time ARCA series. These guys getting lined up and ready to go green here at New Hampshire. We have a few guys that are. Is that who I think it is?
Is that is Mr. Chicane?
Is that who I think it is?
Mr. Chicane.
Ah,
Ah.
Peyton. All right. Anyways, it is a honeycut front row. Surprise, surprise. But as we look, the pace truck looking to pull off this time by, and it will getting set and getting ready to go green. Who's going to get a lobster? We're about to find out. Green flag in the air. We're racing at New Hampshire.
Sorry for the difficulties, guys. iRacing gave us this beautiful new update with a lot of customizable stuff, and the thing that didn't customize for me is our on-track audio. We are still trying to figure out what's going on with the audio itself right now, getting no feed from our mics on track. Hopefully we can get that figured out so it's not just a quiet race other than us making our own racing noises. That's not very entertaining. But right now, Honeycutt Squared still in the lead. It's going to be a very tough race for anybody else to try to get around them right now. Peyton Bass sitting in third place, following Omar Rodriguez right now, just out of the top 5, sitting in 7th. David Callahan sitting in 4th with Brad Miner in 5th place, rounding out your top 5. Pretty stacked field in the front of the pack right now. Almost all of Ghost Motorsports sitting in the top 5. Actually, all of Ghost Motorsports now sitting in the top 5. Miner, off of a win himself, now trying to solidify the rest of this season for Ghost Motorsports. In the front of the pack, the 22 still has not yet to get his own win. Now trying to accomplish that possibly here tonight. They did not show up to the All-Star race. We were actually kind of shocked. We expected that to be a 22 Honeycutt night. But now here at New Hampshire for possible early redemption on that situation. Yum, 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 yum. Still have no audio.
Jesus.
Hey, listen. We got to keep it enticing for the fans.
Look, I'm not complaining. I didn't say nothing.
I just don't get why iRacing has to break itself when it tries to make itself better. I mean, I've already reset. We've already took down the feed, put the feed back up. It's very quiet in my headset right now. I'm trying to figure out why we don't have any audio.
And let's see here. Still the Honeycutt's lead. Peyton Bass putting on the pressure here. Look at him battle for the lead side by side. The Honeycutts locking down that 1-2 position. Peyton Bass sitting right there in tow. Wondering if he'll be set to make a move. David Callahan following close behind in P4. And that top 4 put a blanket over him. That battle was about to heat up.
Well, we got blurb sounds. I can hear that. Appreciate that, Jordan. We got the blurb sounds rolling, but we still don't have comms. I've unplugged and plugged everything back in. I swear I have technical difficulties, shot it from every possible angle right now. Lap 7 of 150. Honeycutt Squared is still dominating this race right now. Who will be able to hold on for dear life and try to get around them. 19 people on the field now. Big race for a short track. Top 5 all sitting pretty comfortable. Top 4 just a little bit closer than the top 6. That being Brad Miner and the 78 of Wright. Not too far behind. Looking to try not to burn those tires, but to be able to catch up in just enough time to make a difference. But they have to do that kind of methodically here. Only 5 sets of tires. Short track racing, ARCA cars do not mix so well sometimes. So it's going to have to be a fine line in between. Of course, we're going to find out from those drivers later on how those cars felt after the race. Seemed like there was a little bit of a loose situation there. I think it was that 22. And yeah, it looks to be that 22 fell off to fourth place. So not wanting to run in the front, wanting to possibly get a little bit of draft, or he could have just got a little bit loose there. Now sitting from a pole position all the way back to fourth place. Not too bad. Still able to make up a lot of that time over the course of 150 laps. But got to pay attention now, because if he broke loose there, what's to say no one else will follow suit? Yum 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 yum.
Mew, 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 mew,
Yeah,
mew, mew.
yeah, just no, I racing noises, guys. Yeah, yeah. I need to just play. I'm about to just put a soundtrack of NASCAR noises in the background until we can figure out the situation. I have replayed audios. I have checked everything, and we are just not up to par right now. Hold on, pictures may change. We're trying different
I was
things
about
right now.
I was about to say I wouldn't go to crank it up.
Trying to crank it up, but it's not wanting to crank. It's just dead silence on the track right now. Lap 12. Tyler Honeycutt still in first place. Peyton Bass sitting in second. David Callahan not too far behind in third now. Oh, look at that scheme. He's in the Christmas spirit. Or maybe not too much in the Christmas spirit because he's sporting a little Grinch scheme there. We appreciate y'all tuning in here. Once again, another week for Asphalt Racing Network live here on Twitch. One hell of a broadcast syndicate to pay attention for. We go live 2 times a week on Twitch, 1 time on YouTube for Naris Cup Series presented by Fisher Studios. Schedule we'll post on the screen later. As right now, well, maybe I'll throw it a schedule. Give me some time to figure out our audio situation. Expert, would you like to talk them through the schedule?
Yes, sir. Of course, you have right time. Of course, it's right now. If you haven't noticed already, it's Wednesday nights, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. Will be the drop of the green flag. Then you have Momentum Racing. Call it Friday nights, late night action after dark, 11 p.m. Eastern. Here live on Twitch, and then of course you have the Naris Cup Series coming to you live Saturday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube. That is your schedule for the Asphalt Racing Network. And always, thank you for the everlasting support and tuning in. Be sure to tune in on all these nights to catch all of the ARN action.
Quite the action indeed. Non-stop racing throughout the week. A lot of leagues still looking for commentary. We are about stretched thin as it possibly is here. Trying to make it work on a weekly basis as good as possible. And we appreciate every league that also lets us commentate. On behalf of them, without y'all, this would not be possible. I'm about to have to start troubleshooting on Google. McGilla, thank you for the follow here on Twitch. Make sure to turn your notifications on to be up to date with every time we are live. Right now, lap 18. Honeycutt still in the lead. Has led 11 laps so far out of the 18. His father being the other 7 laps. Confident in this team as they have stretched and shown exactly why they are a name to be, a name to be reckoned with here in the Right Time ARCA Series. looking to expand next season to the Trucks Series as well. So I would love to see where their talents are going to land and who also will be with them on the track. Catching up on your top five right now, 24 Peyton Bass still in second place. David Callahan behind him in third. Donnie Honeycutt in fourth. Brad Miner still rounding out your top five. Aaron Wright, Omar Rodriguez Jr., Jeffrey Bourne, Matthew Worrall, and Joshua Thornton in that order, rounding out the rest of your top 10. Not much changing has happened so far between all of these drivers, as we've seen that top six still holding on pretty comfortably to their positions, not really trying to change so much early on. And now we are just roughly a quarter of the way through in a few more laps. I'm literally about to put NASCAR noise in the background, so it is not dead silent for the fans watching at home.
I was about to say, you seem like you're losing it over here, partner.
Absolutely. Absolutely am. I did not expect a update like this to come with some accidental problems throughout the night here. But hey, it's a live broadcasting. Happens all the time. So we're just gonna get you guys some background noise of NASCAR. So there's something to listen to in the background while we are live here until we can figure out the situation. I have seen it try to pop up, but I haven't seen it try to stay. So very confusing on my behalf as well. And then trying to call the race at the same time, it's a little confusing as to why it's not wanting to work in our favor tonight.
Is it ever?
Is it ever working in our favor? No. Do we make do with what we have? Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, tonight is just apparently one of those nights, and I'm running out of troubleshoot options here. We need to fire the team and apparently get a new audio team.
I've been telling you that for weeks. I mean, every time they try to do something, it's like trying to watch Dylan Gabriel throw a pass.
Oh my God! Too soon. Too soon. Could have been worse. Could have been a Patrick Mahomes joke, but it's a
I
little
mean,
too soon.
I mean, you're right. Hey, look. I'm not gonna hate. You're right, but it's also like watching. Oh well, it's like watching a caution. Speaking about cautions or whatnot, it's like every time Aaron Rodgers takes a step, all you hear is
Okay. All right. Now I'm a little butthurt on that, buddy. You could have hit me anywhere. You could have hit me anywhere else. You could have gave me the Justin Fields comments. You could have gave me the Russell Wilson comments. You could have gave me the Kenny Pickett comments. But I mean, the geriatric has got to go. I do agree with you. It's killing my team. But first
well,
caution of the night.
yeah,
No,
your
go ahead. Go ahead. I want to
te-
hear this.
your team was already killed. I mean, all I gotta say is, how's AB doing?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, first caution of the night here. David Callahan. CTE is now retired, and so possibly could be
Oh,
the two. So
oh.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at this replay with the two car of David Callahan. Looks like the 22 and him just got a little bit of contact. Two goes around 360s into the inside wall. Not too much damage on the front of that car.
Not what you wanted to see, though, especially this early.
No, definitely not something you wanted to see this early. A little unfortunate. I guess we got to pause the NASCAR background sounds because they're not zooming. Now, first caution of the night. And Jordan is saying bad expert. You triggered the caution in live chat. I would say he did there.
How did I do it? I
The
definitely did not commentator curse that at all.
It was pretty funny. The Dylan Gabriel comment came around, and boom,
Yeah, I know, right? Just my luck.
it's blindsided like Patrick Mahomes last night. Yeah, that's a
Oh
stinger
Lord.
too. Yeah, that's a stinger too. That's not too early. First caution of the night here. Omar Rodriguez sitting in first. 35 of Matt Banky just ahead of him, possibly waiting to get a lap back or get in his actual position. Banky on the lead lap in 19th. Not waiting for the ticker to. There we go. Banky getting his lap back now. So now 92, Rodriguez Jr. Yes, that one hurt me. That one definitely hurt. 92 of Rodriguez Jr. in the lead now to second place, the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt. In third, the 24 of Peyton Bass. Fourth, now the 48 of Jeffrey Bourne. And rounding out your top five, that 46 car of Brad Miner still holding on strong. Now, everybody just outside of the top five is Thaddeus Friel, Matthew Worrall, Joshua Thornton, and Mickey Stewart rounding out your top 10. A lot of Mickey Stewart fans in the chat on a weekly basis. Let's see what he can do with that top 10 right now. Green flag back out here on the track. Omar with a good, sizable jump right there. You're going to go ahead and snooze that ad. Don't worry about that. You're not getting an ad right now, guys. Be in another 5 minutes, so be prepared for that. But right now, after this green flag run, lap 30 of 150. Now about to be started. 29 underway at this point in time. 24 and the 45 going side by side here. 24 is going to hold the 45 to the outside wall pretty close. Not going to be able to make a move. Now, Honeycutt still blocked in, waiting for a maneuver. 24 is going to go side by side with Omar. Will he be able to get that runoff in that corner? And there's a wreck in the backfield. Aaron Wright goes around. Can't get to him all the way to the infield line. Do not think a caution is going to come out at that point in time. It was off the racing surface. Let's go ahead and look back on the replay and see exactly what happened with Mr. Wright. So Wright there, going around, you see him break loose. Barely was able to not clip anybody. Burnt up a lot of his tires, but was able to stay on that inside line. Didn't collect any of the cars, nothing. So now, still green at this point in time. Unfortunate for Mr. Wright because it went all wrong. Now he's sitting in 18th place, having to work that back with nobody around him. Tyler Honeycutt in the midst of all of that, able to get around Peyton Bass and Bourne, and is now back in the lead here on lap 32. Field a lot closer than it has been so far, and that could be a good thing here, as we saw them fall off pretty early on in the race. Now everybody kind of sticking a little bit closer, as you're seeing from the back of that pack. 1 and 2 are way off, well in front of the rest of the pack. But if you just go all the way back to 6, where Warhall's at, you see a lot of that congestion on the track, a lot of gaps in between. So we're slowly starting to see a lot of 3-car packs starting to form, but not all the way to a point where there's a major spread out. Everybody's still in a fighting position, but it's the fight up to the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt that they really have to worry about.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing their repetitive lap times. Let's see if we can't take a look at the gap as we continue to roll forward. We're, about 15 laps away from we're about 15 laps away from being a third through this race. And right now, It looks like Honeycutt's been able to establish a pretty solid lead, but don't look now. Peyton Bass is being able to stay with him in that number 24. Will he be able to get a good enough of a run to be able to catch up to and possibly get by Mr. Honeycutt up there in the lead? That gap is closing more and more, partner.
Slowly but surely is a straight away draft to the benefit of the 24 of Bass. The thing about it is, Honeycutt is pretty good at running a very well ran defensive line. So that's something that Bass is going to have to pay attention to here if he wants to get around Honeycutt. He knows how to drive with a lot of he knows how to drive with a lot of seasoned skill in these ARCA cars. He also is very well at holding under pressure. Now Jeffrey Bourne around in the backfield. Caution out that time by, and we have to pause the NASCAR noise once again. Nah, we're just going to let it stay for background noise. Bourne at that time seems to be a solo spin. Beautiful ally paint scheme, shall I say. Oh, look at that, expert! I forgot about that. Look at the front bump. Look at the front hood of this car.
I was say, what am I missing?
This is something I was supposed to. I completely forgot about. This is the ARN car.
Oh, come! You get a sponsored buddy, and then you don't even remember it.
Hey, listen, because he asked me for this like 2 weeks ago. This was something I didn't even know was going to be in effect for tonight. This was
Oh
out of
Lord.
my ballpark. But for everybody that is subscribed to the channel, we will have an ad break in about 5 seconds. So, replay for our Twitch premium subscribers right now what caused the wreck for the 48 of Aaron Bourne. Solo spinned by himself, locked up brakes in a very good manner to not hit that wall. And I'm glad he didn't. Didn't want to, didn't want to mess up that hood a little bit. Almost said something that wasn't PG-13, but he didn't want to mess up that hood a little bit. So good on him for keeping that hood ready for another week of racing.
Well,
But yeah,
partner, I got a question.
I might have an answer for you. I'm worried.
So, why you got to disrespect my man Bourne? Because you called him Aaron Bourne, and I don't mean to call you out, but I mean, Jesus
Ah,
Christ, man, it's Jeffrey Bourne.
I was looking because Aaron and Jeffrey right now are sitting 15th and 16th. I was looking at Aaron while talking about Jeffrey on our monitors. So that is my bad. Thank you for calling that out because I would have probably never noticed that until it was too late.
Hey, it's okay because it opened up the door for me to make the Jesus Christ is Jeffrey Bourne joke.
Worked perfectly in both favors.
Exactly.
You know what would really work in our
Exactly.
favor?
Well, right now, I mean, this just may
iRacing
be my
audio.
stomach growling. Oh, well, I mean, I was gonna say it may
You
be
and
the
your
big person.
chili cheese dogs.
Hey, look, some chili cheese dogs don't sound bad right now. I mean, I can't eat the lobster here. I have a new shellfish allergy. I can't do it.
Do you never get dinner before we sit down in this booth? I mean,
Dude, okay, listen here. I'm rushing here half the time, okay?
well, maybe if you book that Delta flight instead of Spirit Airlines on a weekly basis, you'd have a better in time.
Hey, look, Brianna got me a discount. It's not my fault.
Green flag back here for the House of R 158.7. Right now, 45. Tyler Honeycutt still in the lead here so far on the night. Let's go ahead and throw up that telemetry. Lap 30, led 30 laps out of 40 so far. The other laps being contributed to his father and a few to the 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. Now, since it's during the race, we can actually throw up these analysis for the race and another caution in the backfield. Seems to come from Joshua Thornton this time. Went off track, regained back on track, but doesn't seem like it was good enough. Let's go ahead and go back. Welcome back to everybody. Coming back from commercial break, we just went to green flag, then had another caution right after. We are looking at the caution right now, replay on your screen, following the 25 of Joshua Thornton, who was involved that time, started breaking loose himself, then got hit by the 33 of Sharrow. Not too much there, but a cause of the caution. Now, looking back to our live replay race analysis on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, 150 laps here tonight. 3 cautions so far for 7 laps, only 2 lead changes, and still at this point in time for the 3rd caution, your leader is still the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt.
Gotta love it right now for your race recap. And we still have a while to go, partner.
Oh, yes. Well, more to go. 42 laps are only just the beginning. I mean, if you're thinking about this, we would just roughly be through at least one stage if we were doing stage racing. But of course, this is ARCA. It is through and through old school sprint style. Now, the 25 of Thornton in this time. Not many other people pitted. Omar Rodriguez Jr., Aaron Wright, Matt Banky, Mickey Stewart, and Josh all into pits this time. Mickey Stewart still in stall. Bad camera angle. Mickey Stewart still in stall right now, getting much of his repairs done from earlier situations on the night, most likely. Gas off, tires. Now he's leaving. Last one to leave right now would be Banky, now officially out of his stall. Tyler Honeycutt still in the lead at this point in time. Still in second place, the 24 of Peyton Bass. Brad Miner now making some good moves, just being confident and comfortable where he's at. Up 3 positions from a starting grid spot, finds himself in third. Gains all on the right-hand side of the tower. You can see the highest movers up and down of the night so far. Matthew Worrell in 4th place. 5 positions up for him to start. Callahan in 5th. Only 1 position down. Thaddeus Friel. Gonna count him in 6th. Maybe Callahan's in 5th. Callahan is definitely in 6th. Thaddeus Friel in your 5th place right now. Callahan sitting in 6th. Sharrow, one of our highest movers of the night. Him and Wright up 10 spots. Sharrow up 10 spots as well. Waiting for a green flag this time. Pace truck off once again. Green flag waved here again at the House of Harm 158.7.
Right here, a great jump by Mr. Honeycutt. He's able to get out front, but you got Peyton Bass in tow along with the rest of the field. Still trying to get sorted out. Miner and Worrell side by side for P3 there, partner. That's a big battle as the top 2 might try to get away after that.
Well, they ain't gonna get away so far because there's another caution on the field, and it looks like our frequent flyer Miles is a part of that caution. The 6 of Brianna Laurent and the 4 of Chad Sturlow involved in that wreck that time by. Let's go ahead and go to our action replay and see exactly what caused this caution. Now, it looks like before we even start this, they are 3 wide there.
Yep.
So this is going to be interesting.
That's never good.
3 wide, almost went 4 wide. Laurent went up into the 4. 4's bumper went flying off. Sturlow has a lot of damage on that front end. like to see him start to drive off, see if we got that tire. It looks like that right front tire bent in just a little bit. Nothing wobbling on the front end, so the axles don't seem to be too damaged. Toe might be out knocked a little bit too bad, but he's able to turn. So hopefully not so much damage on his car. Let's go live to him in pits right now, going to his stall at this point in time. Pay attention to how long he's actually in pits. Last lap pitted. Lap 46. You're seeing the time count up on your screen right now. 16.3. Might have used that fast repair there. Probably a beneficial and smart move from him to use that fast repair. Lauren getting a 24-1. She will be back out on track. All of the top 8 all last pitted at lap 26. Tyler Honeycutt still leading the pack. 4th caution of the night so far. Little bit of a loose track, I'd say. Just a wee bit of a loose track, I'd say, here as they keep breaking loose. Weather on the bottom right side of your screen, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 mile per hour winds. This is the highest windage I've seen so far for the Right Time Market Series. 43% humidity in the air. Not going to make so much of a difference on that car. That wind and track temperature will make a slight difference, though. As the 45 takes us back to green flag in the restart zone once again. Tyler Honeycutt doing a phenomenal job of racing, as he always does. 39 laps now on his updated counter. He has led a 49. Peyton Bass still sitting in 2nd place. Brad Miner comfortably now in 3rd. Matthew Warall sitting back there in 4th place. Thaddeus Friel Jr. in the 8, rounding out your top 5. David Callahan, Donnie Honeycutt just outside of the top 5. 6th and 7th, respectively. Cooper Liardi, Gary Wright, Aaron Wright, rounding out your top 10. Just outside of the top 10, 23 of John Marino. And the 25 of Joshua Thornton. Matt Banky just sitting behind those two drivers on screen right there. A little bit of side-by-side contact. Not too much contact from the 23 and the 25. Looking to even out. Omar almost put his nose in a bad position on Cam there. Trying to figure out a strategic move to make line-wise. Sitting in 14th place right now is Omar. Single file up the rest of the pack. Little bit of contact between Omar and Shero. Omar able to regain, not lose, control of the 92 machine he is driving tonight. "53 laps of 150. Just under 100 more laps here to go. At the House of Harm, 158.7. Looking at the tail end of the pack right now, still following Rodriguez in the 92. Sitting in 14th place, trying to figure out a good way to get himself back up into the top 10. Right now, not able to do much, having to slowly catch up to these cars in front of him as a lot of them have already went single file. And now looks like we might be getting a possible position change. Honeycutt and Bass only 1/10 of a second off of each other. Bass was trying to go to the inside in 3 and 4, didn't have enough room to do it. Now looked to be trying to make another pass there, still not able to get around. Peyton trying to figure out what the best lane for him to overcome will be. Multi-track groove, but as you can see, he's trying to stay in that draft. A little bit of contact with the wall is going to lose a couple more milliseconds off that time. Not too much, though. Able to hone it back in. And just look from third place to the leaders. Already a second and a half of a distance. A little bit of wall contact back there. You saw a lot of dust get kicked up. Solo crash. No. A little bit of an accident off that wall reporting Shero. But he's still green, so I wouldn't say he crashed. Bass still trying to figure out a way around this 45. Most likely having to burn tires to try and do so. Lap 59 right now. 45 of Bass, 24. 45 of Honeycutt, 24 of Bass. Still 1 and 2. Brad Miner sitting in third, a well ways away. Donnie Honeycutt just sitting behind David Callahan. You just saw get in the wall just a little bit, able to hold it and regain. But not a good situation right now. Now track slowly starting to get spread out a lot more as these drivers are trying to make it shake. Make a pass. 6 car of Laurent now a lap down as the leaders have passed. Still following the two of David Callahan and the 22 of Honeycutt sitting at the back of the top 5. Donnie seeming like he's wanting to make a move at some point in time. Running that mid to high groove. Trying to stay in the draft, though, doesn't have enough to get around without some of that draft help. Most likely we'll have to use a lot of side draft to be able to get around comfortably here in the next few turns. Now back to your leader, Honeycutt. A second, almost 2 second differential now to the 24 of Bass sitting in second place. A big spread out amongst the entire field, slowly but surely. As now you're looking at our Asphalt Racing Network blimp cam in the sky on the leaders. Peyton Bass passing the 4 car of Sturlo. Now another car added to the lap down list. Looking back at fourth place, David Callahan. Big gaps. Looking to eighth place, Josh Thornton has his own little pack there. All single file. Pretty big checkup into that corner. Almost got the 35 of Banky on that right front bumper. Banky able to maneuver that and save that, thankfully. Otherwise, it would have been another caution. 78 of Aaron Wright trying to make a move on the 35. All the way on the lowest line of the track. Not able to make much shake, but gets around the 48 of Bourne. And still not too happy that we cannot source any audio. And once again, wrecking in the backfield, Matt Banky, that time with Jeffrey Bourne. Two crashed. Let's go ahead back to our replay and see exactly what happened that led up to this accident. 48 there. 48 checked up. Okay, so it was just the 35 of Banky's solo spin. Let's back it up just a little bit earlier. Go to the 35 and see exactly what happened. Seems like he just got loose on that straightaway, locked up the brakes, minimized the damage to his front bumper. Bourne on the left side of your screen, slamming on his brakes to avoid possible altercations from a car coming back up on the track. Thankfully, that did not happen, and now a lot of our leaders are in this point in time. All of them did not pit since lap 26. We are on lap 66. Now is a good time for all of them to come in, get some fresh tires and gas. Mickey Stewart staying out. 78 of Aaron Wright also staying out as well. Who will be the first one off pit road? That is the wrong pit camera. And it's going to be Donnie Honeycutt, Tyler Honeycutt, Peyton Bass, Brad Miner, and the rest following out that time. Tough racing so far here. A lot of incidents early on. Five cautions on the night so far. Now back to green flag, 78 of Bourne. That is incorrect. 78 of Wright in the lead. Outside starting was the 42 of Mickey Stewart. Now sitting in third place, Donnie Honeycutt able to get around. Now Stewart fighting with the 24 of Bass. Bass now trying everything that he possibly can to hold that position strong. Bass Honeycutt back 1-2 at this point in time. Stewart falling back to seventh place, trying not to make any contact with anybody. 3 wide there for just a few seconds. Going back up to the front, 22, Donnie Honeycutt able to get around Peyton. Now it's the 22 and the 24 going at it side by side here. And there is contact. Very close to a possible another caution. That would have been the 6th caution of the night. Now Bass losing a little bit of time. Honeycutt squared 1 and 2. 22, Donnie in the lead. Now the 45 of Tyler takes over his father. Finds himself in the lead. At this point in time, we're going to go to a quick side-by-side commercial break. Word from our sponsors.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Hendrick.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's got a Hemi!
Hell yeah, it does. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
We are back from a quick commercial break, and still no idea why we are still having technical difficulties. So the NASCAR sound effects will still continue in the background. Unfortunate situation we're dealing with tonight. Caution at that point in time on the field seemed to come from... It's a great question. We're trying to look here. Joshua Thornton crashed, caused the sixth yellow, as now we're seeing another wreck in the backfield of the track. Think it came... Joshua Thornton again just got loose a little bit once again. Able to maintain that, but still now falling all the way back to 17th position. Tyler Honeycutt in the lead still comfortably at this point in time, and now we're having problems with the towers. And the 42 of Stewart spins around. Give us 1 second, as now we have to re-upload the towers. What a great night for live action-packed racing here. It's just a tough one. Yellow flag out again. Mickey Stewart, the reasoning for that crash that time. Very, very, very difficult situation. This track is showing for a lot of these drivers here tonight. And I would love to hear what my partner would have to say about it, but he has went MIA. Towers are back. There we go. Boy, oh boy. Very tough situation to be in here. Technically tonight. 42 Mickey spun around in the back of the track by himself. Was on the racing surface, so caution was called, unfortunately, with the whole situation, technical situation of the overlays. I don't believe we have a replay of the wreck. Actually, yes, we do. There it is. 42 broke loose on his own. Spun around, stopped it halfway through the track. Sixth caution of the night. Sorry, folks. Not much to see there. But that being your sixth caution now. Mickey in pits. Honeycutt squared 1 and 2. Star for this restart this time by.
Catch up with how everything has been floating under this caution here. Getting set up, Honeycutt back in the lead. Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Unfortunately, during commercial break, I tried to get audio back again, but it seems like a situation where we'd have to restart the entirety of our signal, and I'm not trying to lose broadcast time or lapse. Green flag once again. Tyler Honeycutt still in the lead here comfortably. Let's go ahead and throw his details up. See how many laps he's led so far. Well, that's inaccurate because we had to restart the tower. So it's a little sucky. We were not going to have an active lap count. Yeah, we're not going to have an active lap count now. Wonder how much else is going to be thrown off. A lot. Yep, everything's going to be thrown off now because we had a restart. Caution number 7.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
I was
that,
about
though.
to say, yeah, caution's out. It's going
Thaddeus
to be
Friel
interesting
in
to
the
see how.
back.
Going to be interesting to see how that works out. And you're exactly right. Thaddeus Friel going to be the one bringing out the caution in that number 8 Ford Mustang.
Let's go ahead and go back to that replay and see exactly what happened with Friel. Friel in the A car there, middle of your screen right now. Seems to have a little bit of contact with the 92. 92 went around himself. Nose dove the inside of that wall.
Let's see, partner, I got to ask here. We're a little bit past halfway. And so far, it has been honeycut domination so far throughout the first half of this race. Is there anybody outside of that 45 and 22 that you're looking at as a possible dark horse winner?
Well, I mean, right now, always looking at your last previous race winner, that being the 92, unfortunately, in that accident right there, now putting himself all the way out into 18th place. But anybody else in this situation right now, I could say the 46, he's been pretty comfortable so far. Between the 46 and the 2, 46 has been pretty comfortable so far, sitting within that top 5. Really hasn't moved out at any point in time, or shall I say too much. But that 2 of David Callahan has been confidently sitting within the top 5 for a very long time. Could see some resurgence from him to boost his way up 2 more positions, and take this win away from the Honeycutts. Him and his team have been the ones to really go neck and neck with Ghost Motorsports. So will we see another David Callahan racing resurgence here tonight, or will we see another Ghost Motorsports takeover is the big question for me. $45.22 side by side for this restart. Pace truck should be off this time by. Green flag waved in the air, 45-22. Looks like Callahan's going to be fighting for second right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Knock on the door. Here he comes. Trying to make the moves that he needs to. Battling it out. Will he be able to clear for second? He's trying to bridge the gap right there. Got a little loose off the corner. That's going to give the momentum to that 22. Will he be able to get back under him and be able to take this spot? That's going to be the question here. Using that bottom line still side by side. He's got the momentum down the back straightaway here in the 3 and 4. Who's it going to be going through 3 and 4 right now? David Callahan trying to hold on here along the bottom. And he will clear for second place now. He has to set his sights on the other Honeycutt. And caution is out, partner.
Eighth caution of the night. Can't use the race recap because the overlay went. So it'll say 2, but that is definitely the 8th. 8th caution here of the night out at this point in time. And the overlays went down once again. What a beautiful night, you know, to be dealing with so many technical difficulties. Thank you, iRacing, for your Season 1 pre-update.
Gotta love it.
It's loving it, I'm not. See if we can get an overlay back up now. Nope, still not found. Beautiful. Welcome to live broadcasting, folks, where things go awry all the time. And we are most likely going to have to reset the overlays once again. Because it's not wanting to do a singular thing. All right. We're going to shut that down and pop it back up one more time. Still nothing. Beautiful, 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 beautiful situation we are finding ourselves in at this point in time. Okay, so we are on live view at this point in time. Towers and tickers are just not showing. 45 Honeycutt still in the lead at this caution. 2 of Callahan now sitting in second place. As Tyler is just going through it up here in the booth.
I'm about to say, I always gotta love it. Gotta love it, and I'm saying that as sarcastically as possible.
Hallelujah. Yeah. You know, definitely helps with the blood pressure, you know. It's the best thing in the world.
Calm down,
Good
T-Bone.
Lord. We're trying. Now, if we can get some iRacing sounds and not NASCAR ambient racing sounds. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job. About time to rewind it a little bit. But green flag. Lap 94 of 150. 45 of Tyler Honeycutt now in the lead. David Callahan sitting in second. 22 of Donnie Honeycutt now falling to fourth as Peyton Bass is going to go side by side. Already squarely on the back end at Warhol. Huge wreck in the backfield. 23, 79, 78. All a part of that wreck. Caution number 9. Welcome in, King. Welcome to the stream. Looking at your screen right here, 79 gets contact with the 46, goes around sideways. Just saw that on the back end of your screen. 78 just took him out. No other option, nowhere else to go. 23 also involved in that wreck as well. Go ahead and look at Aaron Wright's view of that situation. 79 just in the front left side of your screen. Had nowhere else to go. Sent 3 wide. A little bit of a tap, and unfortunately had to take it head on. 23 of Josh Marino as well. Let me scroll. 23 of Josh Marino as well involved in that wreck. A little bit of contact with the 42. Spun himself not trying to hit anybody and didn't. So good on the 23, minimizing as much damage to that car as possible, but a lot of damage in front. Now, all those guys are going to be in pits. Minor, Warhol, Benke, Laurent, Wright, all in pit road at this point in time. Still, the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt in the lead. Most likely, probably about 85 laps, I'd say, have been led by him tonight. It's all guesstimate now because it must be a full moon outside because nothing is working in our favor here today.
Definitely would not be a bad idea to check.
I really don't want to because that makes it worse when you know about it. No, definitely not a full moon. I just checked. Pace truck off this time by. Now
you just had to look it up.
Green flag again. Yeah, just to make sure I'm not the one that's going crazy here.
I mean, we know you've been going crazy. You hired me to your team a few years back. What could be more crazy?
And we won a championship off of it too, so. But right now, 45, Tyler Honeycutt in the lead, comfortably sitting in second now. David Callahan just got around Peyton Bass to make the change. Now a lot to do. Will Callahan be able to get himself in a first place position? The biggest question of the night at this point in time. Will he be able to make it around? Three wide there. Just slightly three wide.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. Three wide there partially for P number 2, but that's allowing Honeycutt to be able to bridge a gap here. Callahan and Bass still side by side. No, Callahan able to clear and diving into turn number 3 and 4. Will he be able to chance, or will he be able to get the chance? Sorry, I should say, to catch up to the leader of Honeycutt. Will he have the time here with 2/3 of the race gone and out of the way? You know, when is it press the gas pedal? When is it, okay, now I have to go if you're one of these guys in the top 5?
I mean, at this point in time, what we've seen, we have a few new guys up in this top 5 that really haven't been up here consistently throughout the night. Callahan has been holding comfortably where he's at. Jeffrey Boren now 6 positions up from where he started in 4th place. Thaddeus Friel rounding out your top 5. Thornton in the 25 just sitting outside. If I was those top 5, I would really worry about my tire management. Huge wreck in the backfield. But I would worry about my tire management more than anything and try to get that out of the way. Just so you don't want to burn too much. You definitely want to hold on to those tires, stay in the draft as much as possible on these straights, but you still want to run your race. You don't want to sit in the shadows of somebody else. And that's a lot of the top 5 is trying to do that right now to kind of hold that net loss of time. But for a slight few more of our seasoned guys, we're seeing that actually make a difference for them in the race, Callahan being one of them. Now, let's go ahead and check back on this yellow flag. And the overlays wanted to go away again, maybe. But yellow flag here this time, 33 into the 07, and it just went downhill from there. 07 jumped, hopped, and skipped. Hit the 33. 33 hit the 79. 07 went back up the track. It looked to be clipped Mickey Stewart. Once again, the 23 slamming on brakes, trying to avoid the wreck, and unfortunately actually caught somebody that time. Everybody involved, Charles Sherrow, Cooper Liardi, Matthew Worrell, John Marino, and Brianna Laurent, just trying to circumnavigate a lot of that damage just on the bottom of your screen there. Able to slam on brakes and not get into it so bad. So good on her. I'm about to write a strongly worded letter to SDK as to why their overlays keep going down. For the third time tonight, we're going to have to restart these overlays. I'm about to blame Windows at this point in time.
To be honest, it could be anything. It is so hard to troubleshoot what the issue could be.
Well, I mean, just between the race volume and then our tower is not comfortably working, and it's just a lot tonight. A lot not going our way tonight. Looks like it's Friday the 13th or something.
Could be.
House of Harm.
Got something
No.
playing. Got something playing as Jason to the overlay system.
It needs to go away.
No.
I'm not enjoying it at all here. House of Harm, 158. Almost officially finished here tonight. Presented by NASCAR White Noise.
Oh my Lord.
Thank you, NASCAR, for releasing an hour-long video of White Noise to fall asleep to. Because that had been our soundtrack to the cars tonight. Once again, green flag. 45 in the lead. 2 just behind. Who is going to take this lead away from Honeycutt, if it's possible?
We're about to find out if it is or not.
Following along with the 2 of Callahan at this point in time. Seeing if Callahan's got the chutzpah, getting in the Hanukkah spirit here. To see if he's got the chutzpah to get around him, or will he just be schlepping his car around the track? Top 3, well away from the rest of competitors right now. 4th place to 48 of Bourne, with a beautiful ARN logo on that hood. Sitting about a second back now from the pack. Not all the way, but now officially is a second and some change back from our leaders right here. 45 getting a massive run on the straight. Now the 24 and the 2 in each other's draft. 24 Bass trying to go for a pass on the inside of Callahan. Callahan not really wanting to fight or deflect that pass. Might be a smart move on him. Don't burn those tires up. Trying to play a defensive line when you don't need to. Let them get around, burn them tires, and go ahead and get your position back when it's safe to do so. Still sitting comfortable so far. I'd say almost 90 some odd laps in the lead tonight. The 45 of Honeycutt has been. Jeffrey Borden sitting in fourth place at this point in time. 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. rounding out your top five. Joshua Thornton, Thaddeus Friel, Donnie Honeycutt, Brad Miner, and Matthew Worrall rounding out your top 10. All cars practically single file on the track at this point in time. Everybody knows the risk to the reward at this point in time. Not really wanting to push it too much more because it might get a little too nitty-gritty. Unfortunately, 78 of Aaron Wright out of the race from that earlier wreck, slamming himself into the infield, I believe it was the infield wall. Unfortunately, had an end of his race a little bit earlier tonight than what he would have hoped for or imagined before we started this race.
Let's see, as we continue to work on it, let's take a look here. I'm going to try to find and see if I can't possibly find a way to make this work right now. I know the ticker is really bothering you at the moment.
Well, at least it's working.
Whoa, wreck back there towards the back. I'm not sure. We may keep it green, but a car met the inside wall, and that did not look fun to be around. Whoa! Talk about adding to it. There it is. Another caution coming out.
10th caution on the night, I do believe. That one seems to have started at Mickey Stewart, or could have been before. We're gonna see what this replay is. Says Thornton went off track and then came back on. This could be the start of our caution here, and is. So that was incident number one in that situation. Scrolling to now Mickey Stewart's involvement in this wreck. See that 07 trying to drop down low. 22 at Donnie Honeycutt in the middle of all of that. Let's go back a little bit earlier and see exactly what happened with Donnie. He might have seen what was coming around on that front stretch and braked a little bit too early. '79 at Worrell all the way off in the back end. It looks like Donnie just can't turn the car well. Left wheel tore, broke off the axle, then got bumper damage, slammed into the wall there. I believe he towed it back to pits. Not a good situation at this point in time. Now, new leader, different leader of the night, Matt Benke, 35. Unless Banky's just waiting to get waved. I actually believe he is on lead lap now. So at this point in time, Banky finally gets to lead a few laps here himself. The 79 of Matthew Worrall is in second. Omar Rodriguez, Peyton Bass, Tyler Honeycutt rounding out your top 5. Gary Wright, David Callahan, Jeffrey Bourne, Brad Miner, and Thaddeus Friel rounding out your top 10. Donnie Honeycutt still in pits. Cooper Liardi and Chad Sturlo also in pits as well at this point in time. Green flag once again, Matt Benke, huge runoff that time. Now trying to do the most with the least. Three wide for the lead. 24 just taps Warhol on that left front bumper just slightly. No damage. Able to keep it going. Spoke too soon.
And let's see, another caution. I'm still working on possible troubleshooting. Sorry, partner.
No, you're good. I'm not even worried about it at this point in time. Race is almost over. We got NASCAR white noise in the background. We'll be all right. John Marino, that point in time around. Go ahead and watch the replay that's actually working this time. '79 spins. Marino slams the rear of, I believe that is the 2023? No, Marino's the 23. I believe he got the 25 on that one. Unfortunate situation. Another caution out. It is not the second caution, guys. We've just had to restart the towers a few times. So, a lot of our racing information is off. Grids are perfectly on point, though. You are seeing the correct positions on grids. Just the caution count, the laps led, and majority of that analytics are off a few. I do apologize about that. They are on point for the new leaders, though. I will tell you that. Peyton Bass only led 4 laps. That seems about right for me tonight. Tyler Honeycutt has been the most dominant one in the front. Now, 24 and the 35 get to do it all over again, but the 24 is on most likely his preferred line. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to drop a follow, keep notifications turned on. We go live 2 times a week here for iRacing Broadcasting. I try to go live 2 times a week for some AR NASCAR 25 content. And just try to keep it fun and lighthearted in general. Green flag here. 28 more laps to go. Peyton Bass in the lead. Banky trailing, not too far off, back in second place. And another caution out. Jeffrey Bourne this time being the reason for the caution. Go ahead and look at this replay. Bourne looks like just a solo spin, a little bit too aggressive. This is a tough situation to be in. With that spin there, I believe it puts us over 11 cautions on the night. And while they're under, we're going to go to a quick 30-second break, 30-second plus break. Hear a word from our sponsors and affiliates.
Got a great car, great team. We'll execute.
Time to turn the intensity up.
Fight to the end, no matter what happens. Good day, being Victor Lane.
The after Jensen don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most?
We are eyes on the leader now.
What a victory this will be. Next flag is going to end. Does he have enough? Let's go! A dominant performance. They're going to say no, baby. Let's go!
You got to earn this thing.
It is all on the table.
We are back from a short commercial break there under caution. Jeffrey Bourne spinning around that time was the reason for that caution. As our towers go down once again, we'll try to get them fixed. We are under 30 more laps to go here. Green flag at this point in time on the track. '24 Peyton Bass in the lead at this point in time. What is going on? Now, Peyton Bass, David Callahan, 1-2. And we have another caution out again. Cooper Liardi this time Solo spun, possibly. Brings out another yellow flag. You see it on your screen right there. The 07 spun out, a little bit of contact. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is our 12th caution of the night. I would like to say once again, thank you for anybody who tuned in live on Twitch and dealing with all of our technical difficulties tonight. This has been the most hectic race I feel like technical wise I've ever had to put on, but I do appreciate you guys sticking through it with us and just enjoying what we do for you guys here tonight. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without the Right Time ARCA Series and their owners, Race Control in the Sky. So we are very thankful for them. We do apologize to everybody, though, for all of our technical situations tonight, and hopefully everything will be back up and running 1000% when we go live next Wednesday. But green flag again, 21 more laps here to go. Peyton now back in the lead. The two of David Callahan in second place, having to fight to get that lead position back, something he has not had at all tonight, if I am not mistaken. Now trying his best to get that position over Bass. Will he be able to is the biggest question here. 19 more laps to go. Bass, Callahan, Rodriguez, Wright, and Honeycutt. 45 of Honeycutt, that being, all within the top 5 at this point in time. Now Honeycutt losing a little bit of that time back there to the 92 of Omar. Side by side for second place right now. Still side by side, Omar just has the edge over the two of Callahan. "16 more laps. Bass's race at this point in time is what it looks, but that 92 is slowly catching time here. But make sure you don't go anywhere because we still have post-race interviews to do after the checkered flag has been waved. And thankfully, I know those will go on perfectly with no problems, as we know we have audio included from drivers, so that will definitely be a plus win-win situation. Ending the race out a little bit better than what it's been the entirety. Now nearing 10 laps to go in just a few laps. Who will be able to hold on? Currently 14 left here to go. Bass still in the lead, trying to break the air of Rodriguez behind. Callahan slowly falling off, drifting just a little bit off pace in the back in position number 3. 92 of Rodriguez has been really ripping this gap down now. Now, 12 more laps to go here. Trying to let the racing speak for itself at this point in time. It's been a little bit of a hectic night so far for most of these drivers. A lot of these drivers not going to be finishing in a position they expected to, or most likely will be comfortable with. But top 3 right now, Peyton Bass, Rodriguez Jr., and Callahan, all on your screen. Will these be final finishing positions? We have 11 more laps to figure that out. .92 of Omar still on the bumper of the 24. Callahan slowly trying to play catch up. Only 10 more laps here to go tonight. Now the 2 of Callahan really drifting apart from these top 2 cars right now, able to make it back in that corner. The 92 tries to get a different line. Probably trying to get some clean air around the front of the 24, but not going to be able to make up so much time. Nor will much of that difference of braking air really make a difference right now, as we are seeing the 92 try to hold on for dear life. 2 car just behind doing the same. And now it's a very tricky situation. 2nd and 3rd place find themselves in as we are slowly rounding out the field right now. Towers went down again. We'll reload them for the 5th time tonight. And once again, another caution out. Josh, you ever have a race this I wouldn't say this bad at New Hampshire, but have you ever had a race with this many incidences closer towards the end at New Hampshire? I think I lost them again. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out where that caution was coming from while we try to reload the towers again. Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have the actual cause of the caution. As the towers are... Not much is really working in my favor tonight. And, it's a little strenuous up here. Tower's back, thankfully. Feeling like I'm dealing with a local power outage all the time. Now, Peyton Bass still going to be in the lead at this point in time after this caution. Not much more time here in the rest of this race. Under green flag conditions to finish this out. I believe it's about 8 to 7 laps remaining when we get back green here. 5 to go. I was very close. Not on the money, but close enough. Five more laps to go. 24 Peyton in the lead. 92 and 2 go side by side here. What will the two of Callahan be able to do? Wrecking on the front. It was between the 92 and the 24. I did not mean to click the live button, folks. "24 just lost it off of the wall there and came down, unfortunately. That definitely caused a lot of damage to that 24 machine. "45 of Tyler Honeycutt out earlier in the night. 78 of Wright as well. 33 of Sharrow. 25 of Thornton all out for the night. And now the 24 of Peyton Bass joins that list of drivers out as well. Very unfortunate. It seemed like it was going to be his race to win with just a few more laps to go. Now loses his lead position to the two of Callahan, which now puts the 8 of Friel just outside of the top 5 finishing position. 22, Donnie Honeycutt in 4th place with the 35 of Banky right behind him, rounding out your top 5. Now, hopefully for what would be the last caution here of the night, we'll see exactly how this pans out for the drivers. The pace chart should be off this time by. Now, few more laps to go. Definitely not the first caution of the night. Tower's been giving us problems. Green flag. Green, white, checkered here. Two-car of Callahan finally finds himself in the lead, following the 92 of Rodriguez, the 27 of Wright, and the 22 of Honeycutt. Right now, almost sending it 3 wide there. It was pretty risky.
I was about to say, it's not over yet, partner. Going through 3 and 4 right here. Coming around to take the white flag, David Callahan out front. Rodriguez Jr., he's going to have one more lap to be able to make a move. White flag in the air one more time around here. Going to dive it through 1 and 2. Will he be able to get close enough to set himself up to make a run at it in 3 and 4? We're about to find out. Down the back straightaway, David Callahan. Will he be able to solidify it through 3 and 4? Nobody is going to be within distance. And out of turn number 4, he's doing it again. DCR in victory lane at the hands of its owner, David Callahan at New Hampshire.
I know most of those drivers are happy that race is finally over. It was getting a little hectic there at the end. Peyton should have been fighting for that position at the end. Unfortunately, got wrecked out right before that. Green, white, checkered. Now, unofficial results at this point in time, officially your winner here in New Hampshire with another win sticker to add on to the car. The 2-car of David Callahan, Omar Rodriguez Jr. finishing in second, Donnie Honeycutt in third, Gary Wright fourth, Thaddeus Friel rounding out your top 5. Now we go to the track where David celebrates. Able to put that Grinch car in victory lane, claiming another win on his illustrious season so far. Not much of a season left to go now. Only a few more races in the first season for the Right Time ARCA League. Or shall I say the ARCA Series. Now that New Hampshire's out of the way, 5 more races, Dover being the next one. Another difficult track drivers are going to have to maneuver. And after the race is over, we get audio. That's insane. We just got track audio back now. What a time. What a time to get that back after a dead race. Now we're getting audio back. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to our top 3 finisher, Mr. Donnie Honeycutt.
How's it going, Tyler?
Could have been better, man. It was a pretty difficult night in the booth with technical difficulties all through the night. We had no race audio up until you guys finished the race. Then we got audio back.
Oh wow, that's not good.
Yeah, it's been a quiet one on the track. Unfortunately, we were having to play NASCAR white noise in the background. But top three finish. Unfortunately, the 45, your son Tyler, was wrecked out earlier on, say about halfway through the race. So unfortunately, you guys couldn't rally back up to get, that regular finishing position we've seen Ghost Motorsports get so far this race. But how are you feeling about your race here tonight on this track?
Early on, I thought I was gonna be okay, but the track kept on cooling off, and during practice, the track was pretty hot. It was around 105 to 109 degrees, and I felt like I had an advantage on the hotter track, but because I like running that fourth and fifth lane. But once the track temperature started dropping, that you got a lot more grip on the inside, so a lot of guys can run on my inside a lot better. But so I had to change my strategy a little bit. But yeah, other than I got into David early on in the race and I spun him and big air on my side. But other than that, no, I mean, I think me and the 25 got together one time. I don't know if he checked up when I was trying to get to his outside of what happened there. And I lost my steering, broke my steering altogether. I didn't have the control of the car and had to use fast repair. But yeah, very eventful. But I rallied back to get a top three, which happy about that.
I mean, pretty average position finishing for you. You've been really consistent in that mark throughout the entire season. Still trying to find your first win. Only 4 more races left in the season to do that. Do you feel like that can be accomplished before we get to that championship race?
Well, normally I would say yeah, but it looks like I'm a third place driver, so I don't know. We'll see.
Now, I would like to ask because it was getting really difficult out there on the track for not only you but a lot of the drivers. You did say the car was feeling loose for you, and it got looser throughout the race. Was that something that you kind of discovered early on throughout the race, or was that something that kind of popped up about halfway and you kind of had to readjust to that?
No, I think more it was just me overdriving the exit. I was getting a little bit more gas than I should have because like I said, the track temp dropped, so it was a little bit more grip out there. So I was just trying to be more aggressive off the exit. So I think that was my biggest issue, causing my rear end and my not just mine, but I've seen a lot of people the rear end kicking out, and I think I saw some spins because of it too. But I think that's the main thing. It's just getting a little bit too much gas on throttle off exit.
Now, pretty close in points between the father-son duo, you and Tyler. Not sure what points are going to be looking like tonight, where he's going to be scored at. I believe he'll be scored in 19th. So that might give you just a slight advantage to catch up. You're sitting at 208. Son Tyler is sitting at 228. How are you feeling about that points differential now that this race is finished with only 5 more, Dover being our next track?
I feel a lot better now than I was going into the race, but I didn't think I'd be able to gain that much on Tyler, and not in one race especially. Just hated for him. He got caught. There was a guy that got I think it was the 79, got a black flag on the restart. So he was trying to get on pit road, and Tyler got in the back of him. Well, Tyler ended up getting a black flag because of it, so it was just bad luck for him. He shouldn't have been back there to the back at the back just to get caught up in somebody else's accidents. But hated for him, but I'll take what I can get as far as gaining points on them.
Now, before we let you go, as always, our final question for the interview. Do you have any shout outs or anything you would like to say to fans, friends, or family watching at home?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, all my family and friends who watches all our broadcasts. You for doing the broadcast. I really appreciate you stepping up doing that for the league. Ghost Motorsports, my teammates, enjoy running with those guys. All the admins and the owners of the league, and just um, I, the first long run, I really I thought everybody did a really good job. And then when I got into David and caused the first caution, it was just trickle effect after that. It's like it was one caution after another. So other than the first part of that race, I was like I said, everybody was doing a good job. But after that caution, it is just like it's one caution after another. But anyway, just enjoyed the racing tonight. Just thanks for everybody coming out racing with us.
Well, thank you for joining us once again. Keeping your average finishing position in that number 3 spot. Congratulations on that third finish, and we look forward to possibly seeing you get your first victory on the season before we wrap up season 1.
Yeah, man, that's what I hope to do. And yeah, I'd like to say congratulations to David. I really hate I got in him early on, but I'm glad he recovered and he got the win.
I will forward that message to him if he's not listening in his channels now. But you have a good night, Donnie, and we hope to catch you next week.
All right, sounds good.
And that was your third place finisher, 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. Now on to our all-star race. Well, let's say that correctly. Our Busby Repair Willie Mullins sponsored all-star race. Still, shout out to Willie Mullins for that. Was appreciated, but Mr. Omar Rodriguez Jr.
Always great to be in the booth with you, man.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back, man. That's a new record for you.
Yep. I'm so damn close this time, too.
It was really close, dude. So, you finished 3 positions up from, your starting grid spot, unless, everything's off, because the overlays have been god-awful tonight to me. But,
No, it's right. I started 5th, I finished 2nd. Sounds right.
Yay, thankfully. That's one thing correct about the overlay I'm looking at. So you started 5th. Were able to hold on for a decent amount of time tonight. Unfortunate, you did get into a few accidents there. Were able to pull yourself back in the top 10, all the way back into the top 5, and finished in 2nd place after an amazing first win of the season for you at the Bristol All-Star race. The biggest question right now is, what did you kind of expect from this race before the green flag tonight?
I was expecting to run towards the front, and once I qualified in the top 5, I thought I had the top 5 pretty much sealed. I feel pretty good at New Hampshire. I mean, it's basically the opposite of Bristol, but I like it all the same, honestly. It's a comfortable track for me, and I feel like I'm able to find a lot of speeds and a lot of different lines here.
Now, not many multi-groove tracks we've been to so far this season. What did you really feel like was not only the best line for you, but like the most comfortable line with the track temps getting colder throughout the race?
The dominant line definitely went from the inside to the outside. I know for the first half of the race we were working the inside line and even the apron and the corners pretty well. But once we got to the second half of the race, where the track cools down, the tires are able to hold on a little bit longer. The middle and top lines are able to actually start coming into play, and coming to the end there, they were definitely the strongest lines.
Now, of course, finished in 2nd, runner-up. Sometimes, you know what they say, if you don't finish first, you finish last. Unfortunately, not able to go back-to-back here. Got beat out by DCR's very own David Callahan. How are you feeling about your race here tonight? Especially, being caught up in a couple wrecks, and then a lot of wrecks happening at that very end.
I mean, I continue to say this every time I'm on the broadcast. Whenever there is a long green flag run, I continue to demonstrate that I'm one of the dominant cars in the field. We had that somewhat early in the race when I was running near the front. We had that there at the end when Peyton and I we had like a 6-second gap to 3rd and 4th. I feel really strong about the rest of the season, but man, getting caught up in those wrecks really put the damper, especially the one there at the end with the 24 car.
Now, before we let you go for the night and celebrate your second place finish, of course, any shout out to any fans, friends, or family watching at home?
Yep, got my girlfriend watching. I definitely let out a bit of a yell there when that last wreck happened, but yeah, shout out to her. I'm sure she heard it before she saw it. Um, Shout out to the Right Time guys for putting on a phenomenal race like always. Shout out to my own series as well. um, yeah, I think that about wraps it up for me.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Obviously, wasn't where you were expecting to be, but still good finish for you. Hopefully, we can see you claim your second victory of this season with these last 5 tracks we have left on schedule.
Yep, don't worry, I'll be back here one of these next few weeks.
I believe it. You have a good night, driver.
You too, man. Good seeing you.
Likewise. That was our second place finisher, Mr. Rodriguez, Omar Rodriguez Jr., which means we only have time for one more interview. That being someone I feel like I haven't talked to in weeks, Mr. David Callahan.
Yep. How's it been? How's it been going?
It's been going good, man. How have you been? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, had some things at work, and then some rig malfunctions, I guess I'll call it, and then had a pretty poor performance in Bristol last week, but I feel like this overshadows that by a mile.
I would say so myself. Definitely overshadowed it. We were following you, trying to get up into that top 5 the entirety of this race. You managed to hold on pretty strong within that top 5 to 6th, 7th position. Wreck happened just at the very end with 5 to go, which put you in the most beneficial situation, and of course you got the win. How are you feeling about your performance here tonight?
I was very proud of it. I didn't have too much confidence in practice. I was a little off the times. I think I was like 4 tenths off, 5 tenths off the quickest time. So I was kind of skeptical going into this race, but then had a good qualifying run, ended up qualifying 3rd or 4th maybe, and then just was able to find a line and kind of watch Tyler and watch Peyton, basically the class of the field in a sense, and then was able to learn from them and then kind of hang on with them, and then right there at the end, it was just I was trying to keep pace with them with Omar and Peyton just in case anything happened, and then as we all seen, it did. So luckily, I avoided it and was able to just get a really good restart on the last restart, and then just kind of rest is history.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is your second win on the season, second win for yourself and the team as well. Team's had a little bit of misfortune, especially with Morton, with his pinky situation, and it's just been been a difficult road for not only you but him as well. Sim rig problems for you, hand problems for him. How are you looking at the rest of the season to possibly turn it around? I mean, you're sitting 3rd in points right now at 162. This is definitely going to make a difference with you, especially with Honeycutt getting wrecked out early on and finishing in 19th position.
Yeah, I mean, with all his wins, I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch him. He's fast no matter where we go. So he's definitely the class of the field of this season so far. So, I mean, yeah, this definitely helps, but I definitely got to keep it up. And, as far as my team, hoping that they show up. So if they start showing up, and then we could kind of work together and build some strategy, and then we can hopefully capitalize. With Mark's win at Atlanta, and then my 2 spin to wins, by the way. Spun in Pocono and won, and then spun here pretty early and took the win. So, but yeah, hopefully we can get my team back together and everybody's healthy and not hurting, and then try and win some more before Tyler sweeps them all.
Now, 5 more races left in the season here before we wrap up season 1 for the ARCA side. How are you feeling about any of your possibilities to, come back from an underdog situation and take another win before we wrap up at Homestead for the championship?
I mean, I feel I can at least get one. Not sure where. I got to really look at the schedule and put some laps in and get plenty of practice. It tends to work out when I practice a lot that I run top 3, top 5. So make sure I focus on my practice and churn some laps, long run, short run. Because I mean, in this race we had both. The beginning of the day it was 30 laps or so green, and then a little bit of a sporadic cautions, but overall I think I had a pretty balanced car, and then yeah, I'm excited for what's the remainder of the season, and then also going into the next season.
Now, of course, speaking of the car, I'd like to pick your brain a little bit on how your car felt. We've had the third place finisher, Donnie Honeycutt, which congratulated you in his interview, by the way. He said that it was, increasingly looser as the temps went down throughout the night. Was that the same situation for you, or did you feel like you had a little bit more of a handle on the car?
I can agree with him in a sense. For me, for my car, I know fresh tires and a sunny racetrack, it was just I'm on ice skates. But then, at the last 20 or so laps, when me, Peyton, and Omar really took off, I think all of our cars were pretty souped up and not as loose, with the cooler temperatures and the more worn tires. Because at least for my car, I can speak for my car. It was worn tires I actually handled much better. I was able to gas it up earlier in the corner, on the exit, and really allow it to stick. But fresh tires, it was, I mean, you're fishtailing coming off a 2 and 4 most times. So, biggest role in that was just patience, just throttle control, just not trying to overdrive it, and end up wrecking yourself and others.
Now, before I let you go celebrate your win tonight and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night, as always, do you have any shout-outs to any of the fans, friends, or family watching at home?
Not really friends and family. Nobody watches me. But no, I want to give a shout out to all the admins. I feel like it was a pretty solid race. I feel like we've had back-to-back weeks, pretty solid races. Want to say thank you to Omar because he didn't turn right after that wreck. That would have been it. And yeah, I think that's about it. And thank you to you. I got to rewatch the broadcast, but I'm sure it was stellar like usual. So,
well, of course, we had an iRacing update, and we had no odd track sound for the entirety of the broadcast. So that's a little disheartening, but still,
damn.
Yeah. Welcome to season 1 iRacing updates. So other than that, I mean, it's a great broadcast. You just gotta, go on YouTube and play the 1 hour loop of NASCAR white noise to fall asleep to, and it'll be better. I promise you.
It might line up perfectly.
But obviously, congratulations on your victory here tonight. And I will say the Grinch has definitely just stolen Christmas.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This was kind of a last minute scheme, but kind of going off of Blake's scheme, I really wanted to do a Christmas theme. So, yeah, Grinch stole New Hampshire.
Well, hopefully the Grinch steals a few more before the end of the season. Once again, congratulations on your win tonight, and we look forward to seeing what you can do with the rest of your season.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that being your winner here tonight, the number 2 car of David Callahan, you see on your screen right now. The Grinch has definitely stole New Hampshire. Great job for a lot of these drivers here tonight. A lot of accidents and cautions, unfortunately. That's just racing. It happens. Looking at your screen right now, official results on the left side of your screen. David Callahan finishes in first place. Omar Rodriguez in second. Donnie Honeycutt in third. Gary Wright in fourth. Thaddeus Friel Jr. finishing in fifth, rounding out your top five. Matt Banky in sixth. Jeffrey Bourne in seventh. John Marino in eighth. Mickey Stewart in ninth, rounding out your top 10. Brianna Laurent. Chad Sturlow. Brad Miner. Peyton Bass in 13th. Cooper Liardi in 14th. Matthew Warhol. Joshua Thornton. Charles Sherrow. Tyler Honeycutt and Aaron Wright from 12th all the way to 20th in that order. Most of those drivers out earlier on the night due to accidents. It's been one hell of a week here. First points race back for the Right Time Marca Series. We'll have another points week back, I believe, next week. Then we should have a Christmas break, if I'm not mistaken. But as always, it has been one hell of a race. Be sure to check us out here Wednesdays, Right Time Marca Series. Fridays, Momentum Racing Truck League at 11 p.m. at Green Flag, and on Fisher Studios for NARA's Cup Series on Saturdays at 9:30 Green Flag. It has been an honor to call this race. Hopefully we don't have many technical issues like we did tonight. And I definitely look forward to all of you guys tuning back in. Thank you for being here. If you haven't, please go ahead and click that follow button.